Colour correcting for the insane. Okay, so before we actually get into this tutorial, I just want to mention kind of one thing. Now, I noticed in some of the comments on videos where I'm talking about trends that I may not like or things like that, things that aren't necessarily my preference. People are like, you can't tell me what to do. The truth is that I've never once said to anybody, do not do this, ever. You should do whatever you want. We all have things that we like and things we don't like. And I'm able to say, I don't like this, I don't like that, but it doesn't mean you can't do it. It's not written in stone. This is not any video where you just go, no, never do this, ever. Do whatever you want. It's makeup, it's play, it's nonsense. Do whatever you want that makes you happy. If it's not to my taste, who the fuck cares? No one cares. You've got to make yourself happy, and that's what's important. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so colour correction is really big, particularly on Instagram. Huge on Instagram. And we see the wonderful transformation tutorials where there's red under the eyes, and then there's green on the face, and there's lilac on the face, and then there's caramel on the face, and then they blend it all out and it looks like nothing, but in real life it's that thick. But that's neither here nor there. It's up to you, it's your preference, I don't mind. Please don't slag me off. But do we need to colour correct? Because a lot of the tutorials that I see, particularly with the girls who are demonstrating it, actually don't need the correction to begin with. And to me, adding a corrector shade when you do not need one is adding another layer of makeup to your face that is not needed. So I'm going to talk to you through colour correction and give you my thoughts on it. Colour correcting is amazing if you have discoloration on the face that truly needs to be addressed. Let's talk under eyes first. Now, most companies make correctors. I'm not talking about the bright greens and oranges and reds and all those colours. Just like Bobbi Brown has a really good under eye corrector that has a peach or bisque undertone. Most of the time these will work great. If you have incredibly dark circles that are brown or purple based, this is when we bring out, a really strong corrector that we apply first and then apply a concealer or foundation over that. That's when we correct when these are really dark purple or brown undertones under the eyes. But if you don't have that, you can get away with a normal concealer or a normal corrector. Now, the other thing is excess redness on the face. Green is very good at taking away excess redness, particularly if it's quite prominent, rosacea, things like that. The problem with using a neat green corrector on the skin is that if you go outside of the lines, outside of the redness, it can make the rest of the skin look grey. And that's a problem. Most people will not need a green corrector, a true green corrector, because foundations are able to cover it almost beautifully 99% of the time. If you find that you have a little bit of redness, then we'll move into colour correcting a really kind and gentle way. But the truth is, most of the time, colour correcting is not necessary, and there's no point in adding another layer of makeup when one isn't needed, unless you want to. Please don't slag me off. So, let's talk. The way that I think colour correcting is really good is to use a colour correcting primer. Now, I've spoken about these primers, there are lots on the market, but my favourite primers are by Makeup Forever, and these are the Step 1 primers. Now, they come in a host of shades. To colour correct for redness, you can use the green shade, and what this will do is cancel out the redness, but because it's in a primer base, it doesn't have that heavy pigment feel. So if it does go outside of the lines, it's not going to turn the rest of the skin this grey colour. This is why it's so perfect. For me, if I don't want to do anything to my skin at all, I use the Makeup Forever corrector in Peach, which is the Step 1 again, and I use this and it brightens the skin. Peach will brighten light, medium skins. If you've got very light skin or you have skin that's a little bit too yellow and you'd like to tone that down, then you can go for the pink. Pink works beautifully to brighten. Notice I'm talking about brightness more than I'm talking about colour correcting. Women of colour, if you want to brighten and lift the skin, caramel. Caramel will lift and brighten the skin. And again, yellow. For people with a little bit of redness, not a lot, but a little bit of redness, yellow will lift and help to neutralise that. You can colour correct and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing, but I highly recommend starting with the primers, then working up and only using enough to just mask the area that needs covering. you really don't need to apply it so heavily under the eyes, because we have to apply a foundation and or a concealer over that, and we're layering and layering and layering, and then the makeup becomes very, very heavy very, very quickly. Don't colour correct unless you really need to, unless you want to, don't slag me off. And that's it, it's really that simple. There are so many on the market, but we don't need to be applying it in huge amounts, especially if we don't need it. This is just my thoughts. You know, I'm nobody, you can do whatever you want. But colour correcting is amazing. If you have really serious discoloration of the eyes, around the lips, on the cheeks, then great, colour correct and cancel those areas out so that you can get a uniform, beautiful coverage to your face that looks healthy and gorgeous. But if you don't need it, why would you want to? That's the thing. Unless you want to do it for fun, then great, don't slag me off. And I'll see you all soon. Let me know in the comment section below. Videos coming next and links in the description bar and all that stuff. So I look forward to reading your comments because they're always so nice. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. You can't use the word insane. That's going to offend people. And you can't use the word colour correcting because that's going to offend them too. Another layer. Another layer. Blend. Why won't you blend? You know, rubbing this hard just removes all the colour correcting anyway. Okay, so click it. You see this? Click my box. Now how good an offer is that? That's it. Click my box. If you are suffering or have, you know when you're applying your foundation and suddenly every single hair on your face stands on end, it makes your face look you know, like really hairy and there's no need for it, then click this box, that's me, and it will take you to a video where I explain how to lay down foundation so that the hair on your face lays down really, really smoothly. You know that peach kind of fuzzy hair? So it lays down smoothly and you don't end up looking like Chewbacca. Thanks so much, bye bye.